Hi friends, we're going to read the book, The Rain Came Down, and it's written by David Shannon. And if we look on the back of our book, there are no words here to give us a hint what the story might be about, but there's some great pictures that give us some clues. So it looks like a person in a car might be a character. There's a boy and a cat and a chicken. So let's see what this book is all about. The Rain Came Down. On Saturday morning, the rain came down. It made the chickens squawk. I love David Shannon's drawings. He's a great illustrator, isn't he? The cat yowled at the chickens, and the dog barked at the cat, and still the rain came down. The man yelled at the dog and woke up the baby. "Stop all that yelling," shouted the man's wife. The dog barked louder, and still the rain came down. A policeman heard the noise and stopped to see what was wrong. His car was blocking traffic, and half a block away, a woman squirmed in the back of a taxi. "Hurry up or I'll miss my plane," she told the taxi driver. So he started honking his horn. The truck driver in front of him got mad and started honking back. "I have tomatoes to deliver," he shouted. The ice cream man heard the honking and turned up the music in his van. Jingle-a-jingle went his music. Slap-a-da-slap went his windshield wipers. And still the rain came down. The owner of the beauty parlor came out to see what all the fuss was about. She bumped into the barber coming out of his barber shop, and they began to argue. Up on his ladder, the painter grumbled. "I can't paint in the rain." He started to climb down and bonk the barber in the head with his can of paint. Now, all three of them were arguing. They are definitely not being friendly. Next, the baker stepped out of his bakery. "My roof is leaking and my cakes are getting wet," he moaned. He opened his umbrella and poked the pizza man, boom, in the nose. So they joined in the bickering too. As the boy ran by, chasing a small boat down the stream in the gutter, he splashed a little girl and she began to cry. And still the rain came down. The grocery man stomped out onto the sidewalk and yelled, "Where is that delivery truck? I need my tomatoes." He ran into a lady coming out of the clothing store and knocked her boxes into his fruit stand. Oranges and apples and lemons bounced down the sidewalk, and still the rain came down. The policeman walked back to his car. "What is all this ruckus about?" he asked. The whole block was honking, yelling, bickering, and barking. And then I wonder what's going to happen. Let's see. The rain stopped, and so did the noise. The sun came out, and the air smelled fresh and sweet. Everything shimmered, and a rainbow stretched across the rooftops. Check out that rainbow. "It's much too nice of a day to be arguing," said the baker. "I have cakes to bake, and I have pizzas to make. said the pizza man. I could use a shave. While my building is dries, said the painter to the barber. Then they went inside. The policeman said, everything looks A-OK here to me. And he drove off in his car. Checked the rainbows out in his glasses. Turning out to be a pretty good day. The woman in the taxi decided she had time to have her hair done before her trip, and she went into the beauty parlor. So the lady with the boxes got into the taxi and went home. That worked out. The truck driver told the grocer, I have your tomatoes. Wonderful, said the grocer, but first I have to pick up this fruit. The little girl and boy helped him. So he bought them ice cream cones, and the ice cream man gave them an extra scoop because it was such a nice day. Everybody's being so kind. I love it. Then the man, his wife, and their baby had a picnic together in the backyard while the dog, the cat, and the chicken slept in the warm afternoon sun. So what started out as a rainy day ended up being a fantastic day. Thanks for reading with me, guys. Have a good one.